In this video, we are going to be presenting the views of the scholars of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah on the permissibility of engaging in speculative theology. The term refers to the use of rational argumentation as a means of defending the creed of Ahl Sunnah, usually on issues such as Qadr, the names of Allah and His attributes, and other things to do with what a Muslim is obliged to believe in. Historically speaking, scholars have held different views on the usage of it, with some condemning its usage, whilst others praised it and engaged in it. Now that the listener understands what is meant by this term, the views of the Hanbali scholars on its usage shall be presented. Within the Hanbali Madhab, scholars have held different views. Some condemned its usage, whilst others engaged in it. Ibn Qudama, a major scholar of the Hanbali school, wrote a book called The Prohibition of Looking into the Books of Speculative Theology. In this book, he condemns its usage, citing various early scholars who spoke negatively of it. Additionally, Abu Ismail wrote a large book entitled The Disgracing of Speculative Theology and Its People, wherein he cited numerous contemporaries of his, as well as those before him, condemning its usage. On the other hand, many Hanbali scholars did not say that it was prohibited to engage in it, and even engaged in the action themselves. Examples of such scholars would be the likes of Qadi Abu Ya'la, who is considered to be a pillar within the Madhab, Ibn Hamdan, As-Safarani, and various others. And these scholars did not see its usage to be as harmful as Ibn Qudama and others did. Instead, they opined that engaging in it would be fine, if done so properly. Qadi Abu Ya'la authored several books on this science. One example is his book called Al-Mu'tamid fi Usul al-Din. Ibn Hamdan wrote a book called An-Nihaya al-Mubtada'in fi Usul al-Din, which also discusses issues related to it. Ibn Hamdan stated, as for the reasoning that is reprehensible, it is the kind which opposes the clear revelation, meaning the Quran and Sunnah, where reason is used exclusively. If one engages in it using just what is revealed, or using both revelation and reason while they are in harmony with one another, then this is from the foundation of the religion, the way of Ahl Sunnah and knowledge of the Sunnah itself. As-Safarani praised the usage, stating, "It is a science by which we may prove creedal beliefs." Al-Buhuti, a famous authoritative Hanbali scholar and verifier of the Madhab, brought another statement of Ibn Hamdan, transmitting the different opinions within the Madhab. Ibn Hamdan attributed the opinion of the usage being permissible to the likes of At-Tamimi and Qadi Abu Ya'la and his grandson and others, who stated that Imam Ahmad himself engaged in it when refuting the Qadariyya and heretics, and did so whenever it was needed. Ibn Hamdan even mentions that these scholars went so far as saying that the prohibition of it was eventually removed and abrogated. Al-Buhuti commented on what Ibn Hamdan transmitted, saying the following: Ibn Hamdan's statement is a combination of the two views, and it is more correct than believing in its abrogation. This is shown in the report of Al-Marudi from him saying, "I am not a person of it. I do not see the permissibility of it, except by that which is in Allah's book, a hadith from the Prophet, or a statement from his companions or the successors. As for other than that, then it is not within the bounds of praise." Some people may attempt to cite statements from the earlier generations and other Hanbali scholars condemning its usage. As stated earlier, this was the case because there was a danger of falling into heresy. Ibn Taymiyyah states in Majmu' al-Fatawa, they did not condemn Kalam in its entirety. Rather, they condemned incorrect reasoning, which opposes the Quran and Sunnah and reason also. The Kalam that the Salaf condemned was the incorrect type, which was in opposition to the Sharia and the intellect. Before some people accuse us of misunderstanding or misrepresenting Ibn Taymiyyah, we are not claiming that he engaged in it or agreed with the sort of reasoning that the Ash'aris and Maturidis and others did. It is important to note Ibn Taymiyyah himself, while condemning the usage of mantiq as seen in his famous book, was greatly involved in the usage of Kalam in other works of his, such as Bayan Talbis al-Jahmiyyah or Minhaj al-Sunnah and various others. As we have shown, the usage of Kalam was not necessarily condemned by Sunni scholars throughout history, unlike how some view it to be. Many major scholars saw the advantages in using it, and that which was condemned by the Salaf and others was that which opposed the nusus and the intellect. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.